ahead of filing nomination, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai exudes confidence and says, and I quote, "This time there is huge support and I'm confident of winning with the largest majority this time." And he also confirms that Kannada actor Kicha Sudeep will also be accompanying him today while filing nomination. Let's listen in to Basavaraj Bommai.
This time there is a huge support and I am confident of winning with the largest majority this time. There is nothing has been shaken. You are here to see, not even a small brick is changed. We are going to win all the 3 Hubli Dharwad seats, including Jagdish Shetty seat.
CNN News 18's Ritu is joining us live on this story. So Ritu, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai is very confident that he will be winning this time with the largest majority. So what is the plan for today? He will be filing his nomination from Shigao constituency. At what time can we expect him to go there? And what is the plan for today? The details regarding the rally that has been planned.
Well, today Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai will be filing his nomination. You remember last Saturday is that when he filed his first nomination, but today again he will be filing his nomination, and there again you'll be seeing a massive show of strength as well in the Shigao, which happens to be his native seat as well. But of course this time it's really not going to be easy for Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai to win these elections, and all that reason you see the kind of politics that had erupted in the state, and also how things have panned out in his home district Haveri as well. But of course we'll have to wait and watch that how in fact the entry of the star campaigners is in fact going to help Bommai this time, because especially Kicha Sudeep coming for today's road show will be the limelight as well. But there again there is more to it as well, because you see Kicha Sudeep comes from a Valmiki background, in fact the Valmiki community, which is again the ST. Now you remember in the state there was a reservation row over the state's reservation policy, where Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai was in a fix for tweaking this reservation for the internal reservation, and moreover also for providing the reservation for the politically dominated Panchamasalis and Vokkaligas. Now while Panchamasalis were in fact demanding for the 50% of reservation, the government gave them only 7% of reservation. Now why is that we are mentioning this is because in the Shigao Panchamasalis happens to be huge in number, and also on the other hand minority community is also the second dominant community in the Shigao, where again this time Bommai is in a fix also, because you remember the minority community were been removed from the backward class community to provide the reservation for Vokkaligas and Panchamasalis, and they were moved to economically weaker section. So all this happening in the poll-bound Karnataka of course will pose a challenge for CM Basavaraj Bommai. That's the whole reason why we're getting to see Kicha Sudeep entering into Shigao. In fact, you remember last time he said that clearly that he won't be joining any political party, but he's just there to help those who have helped him all this while in his life whenever he was in a down situation. So that's the reason he believes the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai is his very closest person as well, and therein he had agreed. Now of course we'll have to see that how is all these equations going to work in favor of CM Basavaraj Bommai, even though he claims that he has done enough of development works in his constituency, but we have seen the kind of backlash that he had also faced it. So yes, this time this election is really going to be a healthy competition in his assembly constituency in fact, but we'll have to wait and watch that how is all this game plan going to work for him.
Also, Ritu, yesterday Congress released its 4th list and it has decided to field Mohammad Yusuf Savanur against Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. How do you think that is going to unfold, and what are the calculations that must have been made by the Congress to field Mohammad Yusuf against Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai?
Well, you see here one will really have to understand that how things have panned out in the past as well. So since 2008 till date, you see every time that the Congress fielded its candidate, in fact they were not able to cross more than 9,000 vote margin in fact. But this time Congress feels that they have a high chances this time, all because of the reservation policy row that had taken place in the state, and especially in the Shigao. As said that the Muslims are also dominant there again. So they feel that this situation is going to work in their favor. In fact, the Congress was all that having in their mind to ensure that they field in either Panchamasali leader or someone from the minority community. But of course, they went with the minority community leader and they decided to field in Mohammad Yusuf now, because again, as said, you see the Muslims being moved from the backward community, to in fact the economically weaker section. So this in fact is going to pose a lot of challenge for the CM, and of course people in the minority community in Shigam is very much upset and they are miffed against the Bommai. So that's the reason you see Congress feels that they have a high chances this time to in fact garner more votes as well, because of course Panchamasali too happens to be very upset, because again Bommai comes from a Lingayat community background itself. So that's the reason you see Congress went ahead to field Mohammad Yusuf. But as said, this is going to be his first election, but how things are going to pan out and who will be winning, this is all going to be very interesting.
Also, Ritu, BJP National President JP Nadda will be visiting Hubli Dharwad today. Is he on a damage control mission after the exit of Jagdish Shettar?
Well, that and this doesn't have any much of, in fact, will not have much impact here. But of course, you see, because he happens to be the Karnataka's chief minister, so he did invite some leader from the High Command, and JP Nadda will be visiting today and will be present during CM Basavaraj Bommai's roadshow as well, to ensure that there is a lot of show of strength that has been put out and ahead of the assembly elections. Again, as said, we'll have to see that how is that so much of star campaigners entering into Shigao as well is going to help Bommai, or really that people will be looking forward to the kind of work that he has done as a public representative there again. So of course, on the other hand, the Jagdish Shettar today will also be filing his nomination as a congressman who ended his 3 decades of political career with the BJP and decided to join the Congress. So that again is going to be will see some sort of an effect also in the state. Now why? Because you see Hubli, Dharwad and Haveri are all just very close by. So that's the whole reason why Jagdish Shettar was saying that how the party had treated him will actually affect the party itself, and nowhere he will be damaged. And that whole reason again he says that in the Uttara Karnataka there are around 20 to 25 constituencies which will have a major impact because of the kind of decision that Bommai took during these elections by not providing him the ticket.
Right, Ritu. Thank you for giving us all those